We hope you're having an enjoyable time in the Smoky Mountains, or if you're on your way here, we want to watch out for a few of the road and travel advisories. Now, heading toward Dollywood, especially around opening and closing, look for things to be very busy on Veterans Parkway, also on Dollywood Lane. But just the usual slowdowns there. But of course, Dollywood is pretty busy this time of year with Great Pumpkin Illuminite and also the Harvest Festival. So you'll want to allow some extra time for that. Of course, one way to get there is to take the trolley system. That does make things a little bit busy around Old Mill Square, however. In the National Park, we have trail closures and the usual Grotto Falls trail closure, Trillium Gap Trail, that does cut off your access to Grotto Falls during the week, but you'll have that access on the weekends. That should wrap up about November 15th. Ridge Road has some construction going on till about Christmas time. And Sevierville, downtown, you'll still see some construction on Bruce Street as they put that streetscape in. Now let's see what Kira, Savannah, and Hannah are up to today.
Good morning, it's Kira and Savannah with Morning in the Mountains, and today we are at Sevier Air here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And back here we have Logan. Hey Logan! Hi! So, oh yeah, you're here. So you just went across a part of the Ninja Park, the Ninja course. Can you tell us a little bit about this course?
Yes, so it's 17 obstacles. You start right here and there's an orange arrow on the ground here, but they can actually time themselves on this, so it's a time Ninja Warrior course. Ooh. And so they'll run through it, do the whole course or whatever, and at the end they'll hit a button and it'll stop them. They run up the warp wall and it stops their time, and they can compete against each other and their friends and stuff, and whoever has the fastest time has bragging rights for it. And so after they do that, after they compete against each other, it'll show their time up on the board and it'll sit there on the scoreboard and sit there forever. So.
Oh wow,
that's very interesting. So have you been through this plenty of times before?
Yes, I can't do it all, but I can do most of it. It's very difficult. It's actually very challenging. So
I believe it. Yeah, it looks very challenging just standing here. Just seeing you run past that was very challenging for me to watch. Yeah. Well, we're having a great time here at Sevier Air, and maybe you might see us do it soon. I don't know. We'll see.
You can definitely see us having fun here, jumping around on things. Maybe not the Ninja course, because I don't think I'm coordinated enough for that. But you can watch us on our vlog at Mountain Fun Life on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And yeah, back to you guys.
It's Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Robert Owenby is here, Jim Johnson is here, Brad Lovett is here. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy. And let's see, if today is the 22nd, it really is 2-2 for Tuesday.
It is.
Anyone? No?
Two for Tuesday.
It's 22 for Tuesday.
22 for Tuesday.
I don't know.
22 in a row.
I love those cliches.
Oh, yes.
All right, and we're in Rocktober. It's 22 for Tuesday on the 22nd of Rocktober.
Okay, with lead for the head and all that. Okay,
I love that, with lead for the head. Well, let's find out what is going on in our beloved Smoky Mountain region with Brad Lovett.
I'd say, speaking of lead or maybe unlead, we're going to talk about gas prices.
Oh, how appropriate. Good segue.
All right.
I need another gold. Can I borrow your gold star from yesterday? I'm going to have to give it to Brad.
Yeah. Brad gets it.
I'll owe it to you.
All right. Our friend Stephanie from AAA lets us know that gas prices are a little bit higher than last month, but still lower than last year at this time.
Oh, okay.
And that's something I did not know, but we had prices around the $2.35, $2.39 range here in the Smoky Mountains, at least a couple of weeks ago, and it's going to vary. Of course, you'll want to have your app if you want to check the prices before you come.
Yeah, Stephanie told me in her interview, I'm sure she'll come back soon, but last time she was here, that I didn't realize the AAA app had gas prices now. Mm-hmm. And there was another iPhone app, smartphone app I used to use all the time for gas prices, and I read one of those high-tech magazine articles that said these are the apps you should get rid of immediately because they've changed their privacy standards and they've redone the app since the upgrade to iOS 13, blah, blah, blah. And this app that I had been using for years is high on that list, so I deleted it. Mm-hmm. But now I promised Stephanie I would get the AAA app, but I forgot until now.
All right,
Stephanie, I'm sorry. I will do it.
Right. And of course, AAA does survey all of the stations, or a representative sample anyway, around the state and around the country.
She said they use the actual credit card transactions. Mm-hmm. They have access to that information, anonymous information, to get the prices off of the credit card transactions. Mm-hmm. So they can calculate exactly what the gas prices are.
There you go. So gas prices should not keep you from coming here to the Smoky Mountains.
No, it is a great driving destination, so close to a huge percentage of the American population.
Right.
That's you.
And I believe we were within a day's drive of 2/3 of the population.
That's the argument they used for having the World's Fair here in 1982.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Okay, now that was something I did not live here at the time.
Me neither. I
so-
just have done my homework.
Right.
That's all.
I'm sure it was quite an event. And of course,
Yeah.
we still have the, over in Knoxville, we still have the big disco ball. Sun
Oh,
Sphere.
the Sun Sphere. I love the Sun Sphere.
Now, a couple other things going on here. We're looking for some hikers to come through. It's about time for the Appalachian Trail southbounders to start appearing in the Great
You
Smoky
see 'em?
Mountains.
There it here.
I don't think they're going to walk here. They're right there.
Coming down the trail.
Right.
The Appalachian Trail.
Right.
Okay, that is, talk about an accomplishment. I mean, there are people who are, this is a life dream of theirs, and it just sounds so difficult.
It's a long,
It would be for
long
me, I
trek.
know.
Which way are they coming?
Now, these are the southbounders. Now, most people start in the south, head toward the north.
Okay.
Now, these folks, and that's a lot to do with weather.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be hiking through the south in the heat of summer.
Right.
And you don't want to be hiking through the north in the cold of winter.
Right.
So it sounds like they must have left the north when it was pleasant, and then getting down here as temperatures cool.
About 4 months
Right.
ago, probably. Maybe even farther than that. It's like over 2,000 miles, isn't it?
Oh yes. So the southbounders start appearing
Wow.
around here, and probably did a couple weeks ago. Now, if you see them, be sure to give them some added encouragement. They'll only have about 200 miles to go until they complete their journey of a lifetime. Now, as I said, most Appalachian Trail hikers
So
travel
Appalachian,
north.
if they stop off and get moonshine, they might not make it all the way. So
Right.
I want you Appalachian trail hikers to just resist the temptation to spend the rest of your lives in Gatlinburg. Keep going. We'll come to you. We'll catch you. Go down to Georgia. We'll catch you on the way back.
Yes, don't stop now. You're almost there.
Now this hike is on the Appalachian Trail, completed in 1937, by the way, a 2,189-mile path that spans 14 states, from Georgia to Maine,
Yeah,
or in this case, vice versa.
Maine to Georgia.
Right. And the Smoky Mountain portion.
That sounds more like the American population moving south.
I would think. The Smoky Mountain portion of the trail is about 71.5 miles long, travels the North Carolina-Tennessee border through the park starting from Fontana and ending at Davenport Gap.
So it's like the highest. It's not the easy part of the Smoky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains. It's like the higher parts, right?
That's true.
Yeah. I remember being in Pennsylvania. I don't know. Well, I was going to Army War College, but that's another story to visit. And we drove under these signs that said Appalachian Trail. I'm like, and you don't even think about it. But in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, there's signs, Appalachian Trail this way.
right.
But that's where it's got to go.
That's where it's got to go.
Yeah.
And we've got to go have some fun in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, absolutely right. So, Appalachian hikers or regular people, when you are ready to relax after a long day of hiking, why not check out our Mountain Fun Life Best Deals at 865-978-1152. We've got great tickets to so many different types of events, including some where you can go ziplining and go walking in through all sorts of awesome areas, ride the lift all the way up to the top of the mountain, et cetera, et cetera. Ask our concierge service at 865-978-1152 to find out what is best for you. Figure out your interests. They've got a match for you at Savings. That's really the end of it. There's really no catch. There's no trick. The end. So that's
No
it.
hassle.
No hassle.
No hassle.
All right. We've got more of Morning in the Mountains coming up on the Mountain Fun Life channel. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy, and the pressure's on because I got to interview the boss. Bob Denny is here. Hey, Bob, how are you?
Hey, Frank. I'm well. How are you?
All right, thanks. Delighted that you're joining us this morning because we are growing so fast here at Mountain Fun Life. It's obvious from watching.
Right, we are. I think our Facebook page grew the most it's grown since the beginning just this week alone. So either people like your bear stories,
Oh, they do love our bear
or
stories.
they know that this is the only place in the world that the leaves change.
Well, that really is up to you. You guys can tell us what it is that you like. If you like the bear stories, because we have so many bears caught in so many cars, we'll never ever run out of bear jokes.
It's amazing, though, the evolution of the bear to this area. They've learned to, I mean, they probably always knew how to open car doors, but now it seems more bears know how to open car doors.
You know what? I don't think it's the bears. I think it's the car doors.
Yeah,
I think
they're easier to...
You think about when we were kids, you had to grab the handle and push in with your thumb and open the door. It was a
Right.
much more complicated car door.
I think you're onto something there.
And now they have car doors you can open with your foot while you're carrying a box. So
Right.
it's not that the bears have gotten more adept. I mean, they're smarter, maybe.
Right.
They've certainly figured it out. But the car doors are much easier to open. I mean,
Right.
my 5-year-old grandson can open them.
The learning curve is much lower.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyhow, so we have this beautiful studio. Here we are on the guest set. But we also have, there's Robert and Brad are working over on the news desk where we do the show. So this
Right.
beautiful space in the heart
Yes.
of Pigeon Forge.
Yes.
But I understand that it's also available for rental if you needed to flip it out. Everything's digital. You could change it. For example, let's suppose that the, I don't know, the XYZ Corporation or the,
Yeah,
rented
whoever
it
makes,
for
whoever
a
makes
day.
widgets.
Yeah, you could flip the picture instead of it
Yeah.
being the Morning in the Mountains team. That can digitally change to the XYZ Widget Corporation.
Absolutely.
And oh, look, they just changed the backdrop just to show off. Do it again. Change it again. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh.
we're a full service studio. I mean, that's how we started here in Pigeon Forge. When I moved here from Jacksonville, Florida, but I am a Cincinnati boy, go Bearcats. But when I moved here from Jacksonville, Florida, I was in business, and when we came here, we had enough of a little nest egg put aside that my wife Karina said, you know, why don't you do what you want to do? And I love media, and I dabbled in media in Jacksonville, and I got into independent film, and so I started making movies. But when we moved to this area, I took my film to the level of commercial work.
Okay.
And so I started doing commercials up and down the Parkway, and there was still a lot of business at that point. That's 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And so it's funny, once in a while I'll turn on some visitor information or some channel, and I'll see a commercial that I did like
18
like,
years
boy,
ago.
they got some legs out of that thing.
Still using
And
it.
it's fun to see in standard definition, still
Oh,
being
my
used.
goodness. Yeah, so whoever you are, you need to have it redone in HD.
It's time
by
to do
Bob.
another one, yeah. So
Yeah.
I had a studio here, and well, I went to work for a TV company, and I did international programming for them.
Yeah.
And that's where I got my TV legs. And when I got into television, I was like, I love this space.
Yeah.
I love the space of being able to connect with people, and I love this space in a positive storytelling type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, that's where we're at. That's the Smokies.
And the other thing that has changed recently is the rise of over-the-top television, which is a
Yes.
technical term. So they used to have, over-the-air television. We all know what that is. And then you had a
Right.
cable box that sat on top of your television. Well, then somebody came up with a Roku, which sits on top of that. So the name the industry came up with it is the over-the-top box,
Right.
Because it literally would sit on the top of all your other boxes.
Right.
And-
And there's
And that's what we're on.
All
We're
of
on
us
over the
guys
top.
in media for the last 10, 15 years, it's exploded.
Oh, yeah.
And-
I've worked for big media companies, and they're heavily investing in over-the-top channels.
Yeah. We're all trying to see where it's going to go. The lean-in thing, for the larger companies, they said people would never do the lean-in. Lean-in, as you know, is they'll lean in and watch it on a device.
Oh.
And that was called lean-in, and it said that will never take off. Goodness gracious.
That was wrong.
2 years ago, lean-in took off at 78% of the additional value of what they thought it was going to be. So they said, if 1 out of 6 people are watching,
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3 people will lean in.
Well, I'm that guy. I watch our shows on YouTube as much as I do on anything other of
Yeah,
our sources.
now it's like 98%.
Sure.
So yes, if you're looking for what direction that media might be going, that's the direction
we can
it's
help you
going.
with that.
Yeah.
So obviously we can help you with studio space. We can help you with over-the-top channels. But we'll have to come on another time and take a tour of our mobile truck where
Yeah,
we
that
can
thing's
go.
cool.
And let's suppose you have, like one of my friends has a charity. I told her we can log in to your Facebook account as the charity, or you would log in, I guess, for us inside the mobile truck, and we could do a 3-camera shoot, Facebook Live of your big campaign kickoff event.
We can actually, in there.
Or ribbon cutting or
It's
whatever.
a dual Wi-Fi system, which is really nice, which means if one drops out, the other kicks in. So it's a very, very stable. But it also allows us to broadcast to 3 spaces at one time. So, if you had 3 different Facebook pages, for
Really?
example, we could go to each one of those pages live.
That's cool.
At that same simulcast.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell that you're the guest because you would have given me the wrap-up signal by now if you were standing over there behind the camera.
Sorry about that.
But Bob Denny, DDX Media, the shirt you've got on is our parent company, but you can find us, of course, through all of the normal Mountain Fun Life channels and contact us through social media, however you want to reach us. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy with the boss, Bob Denny. We'll be back with more right after this.
I'm Brad Lovett, and here is a look at the forecast. Now, first of all, we're asked all the time, what should I bring coat and clothes-wise to the Great Smoky Mountains? And I will always tell you that be prepared to dress in layers because you could have fairly hot temperatures during the daytime and some chilly temperatures as soon as the sun sets. As we're getting close to the end of October here and first part of November, we can have temperatures in the 70s in the daytime, but it drops pretty quickly at night. So temperatures, what we know now, about 70 for the high today. Chance of a shower, maybe not significantly enough to cure some of the drought conditions, but look for a chance of a shower, so bring an umbrella with you when you come on down from the north or up from the south, or from the east or west for that matter as well. Lower temperatures about 70, then in the low 50s for our lows tonight. That's a look at the forecast. I'm Brad Lovett. This is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, "I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like. The most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best. The best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there."
It is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. Thanks for watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Roku, and liking and sharing our videos. Today we're talking about all sorts of fun things going on, including some pretty impressive folks who are doing impressive things.
And what
By that
they're
I mean
doing
you,
is,
Brad.
Right.
What?
Well, one thing I'm not doing is hiking the Appalachian Trail.
I'm probably not going to do it either. There was some movie about like Robert Redford and another old actor where they were trying to do it before one of them died. It was like a bucket list type thing.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I don't think that's not exact. I mean, it's wonderful. I'm proud of people who do it. But it's hard.
We had a friend who did, actually.
The whole
Yeah.
thing?
Yes.
My wife's got a friend whose daughter was doing it alone as a solo woman, and she was posting about it online. But because she was worried about her own safety for whatever, she waited. The posts were deliberately a week late, so she'd be a week further down the trail before the post about, let's say, if she's coming this way. The Pennsylvania Post wouldn't publish until she was well into Virginia. Yeah.
There you go. That makes all kinds of sense.
Yeah.
Even for a regular vacation, it does.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yes.
When people know when you're not home.
That's a good
Yes.
point. Hey, when you are vacationing in the Smokies, do take lots of pictures and do tag Mountain Fun Life, but it's okay to wait until you get home to post them.
That's a good thing to do. Or, of course, make sure that you do have security at your home.
Yeah, like a house sitter alarm
Yes.
system. Yeah.
I have an attack poodle.
Standard?
Poodle.
She's about this big.
Oh,
She'll get you.
I bet.
I have an attack cat.
Yeah?
He's
That's
ferocious.
funny.
Yes, he's a guard cat.
Okay.
I believe it.
Yeah, he walks around the perimeter of the property, just keeping check on him. He does it every day. It's just like it's routine to him. He'll come in and eat, and then just like he's off duty, and he takes his break and he goes back.
Well, I bet he's never let any bears get in the car.
No.
Ours would be sitting there saying, "Okay, fine, feed me." Whoever you are, open that can, feed me.
That's funny.
Now the southbounders, of course, are coming through because they're the folks who started in the north, as opposed to the south, where most people start.
Yeah.
So they started in Maine. They're heading to Georgia. Only have about 200 miles to go
By
once
the time
they get here.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're almost done now.
They can stop off in Dalton, get some rugs.
You can do that. The Dalton, Georgia Carpet Outlet.
Yeah.
Or you see those commercials all the time in Ohio, even.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. And I've been to Dalton. And
I don't
there's
think
carpet.
the Appalachian Trail runs through Dalton. I'm just making a.
There's carpet on the freeways there. That's all I know.
It's very comfortable to drive. Plush.
And of course, the Appalachian Trail is completed in 1937. You're going to be walking 2,189 miles that spans 14 states if you do decide to take that hike.
Yeah, I mean, it's like doing 10 marathons. It's crazy. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And I'm rounding off. It's not exactly 10 marathons, whatever, but like, 9 point something.
Now, if you're like the rest of us and would rather drive.
Yes, let's drive. You can't drive the Appalachian Trail, though.
No, not really.
No, because it would be, you'd bottom out somewhere.
I think someone will stop you
right?
eventually.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. But gas prices aren't doing too bad. They're a little bit up from last month, but they're down from last year.
It is definitely worth comparison shopping. Like, obviously, when you get off the interstate, you want to get gas right away. But if you can hold on a little bit, get deeper into town, you might find places where you can buy gas where the locals get it. And it could be 5 cents cheaper.
Yeah.
So check around.
It is amazing how much it varies from station to station, even in this area and even in Knoxville.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, I see that it cheaper in Sevierville than I do in Pigeon Forge, which makes sense,
And Gatlinburg seems to be about the highest of anything around here.
Well, yeah, because
some
you're
of the
the,
stations.
you're the farthest away from any other.
You're deep. You
This
need
is this
gas.
is America. This is
Yes.
competition.
Yes. It's supply and demand, baby.
You're getting ready to go into the park. If you're headed that direction and they know they got you, you got to gas up.
Although
And go.
that's where I would justify spending any amount to go in to make
Yes,
sure you have
I
gas
would.
going into the park.
Yes.
Because there a couple of years ago we had so many stories of people running out of gas somewhere in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and having to be rescued because then something happens. They're stuck there overnight.
A lot of times if you're going, especially in Cades Cove, the Cades Cove area, if you don't have a full tank of gas and you get jammed up in some of the traffic, because now if they see a bear or wildlife of any kind of deer, they're going to stop and they're going to stop.
Right.
A lot of them will stop right in front of you and you got to wait.
Yeah.
You're waiting.
It's a one-way road.
Exactly.
You are waiting.
You're waiting.
It's a one-way loop, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you got to have gas. Make sure. Usually, if someone runs out, it will be in a situation like that where they're trapped in the traffic. I've nearly done it myself, just thoughtlessly. Should have known better.
Yeah, thinking, I can make it
Yeah.
the 10, 15 miles to get out to the park, but you
Traffic.
don't realize you're going to burn it up so fast. Your MPGs are ridiculously low in that situation.
Yes.
We were coming back from North Carolina. We decided to go the more scenic route through where Fontana Dam is.
I like that area a
And
lot.
I do. And of course the big curvy road.
Oh, the Dragon?
The Dragon, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
tail.
But we stopped at Fontana, and their gas prices, like we were just saying, they're pretty high.
They sell it by the drop up there.
Yes. So we figured, let's just get a couple gallons, and then we'll make it back to Maryville. Or
Yes, the price is in liters.
No, it's still nothing compared to the West Coast where gas is $5-6 a gallon.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That's a different
We're
scenario.
talking in the twos.
Right.
It's a great place to visit, folks.
Yes.
Because our gas prices are inexpensive here in the mountains.
Yeah.
But what we can do is save you money
That's
on
right.
your attractions.
After you spend all that money on gas, let us save you money on tickets to wonderful attractions, whether you're going up the hill to Anakista or whether you're going down to micro wrestling. We've got it we got the highs and lows of everything in the Smoky Mountains at a discount price for you. Call our concierge service at 865-978-1152. We get the savings on the tickets. We pass the savings along. It's really a very simple equation, so take advantage of it, won't you? 865-978-1152. We'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming right up on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, Robert Owenby, I'm Frank Murphy. Hang on. This is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy here with Jim Johnson. And look who's back. It's Rich.
I'm here.
Rich Haley. Hi, Rich. How are you?
How'd that happen?
Oh, we're really excited about having Rich with the team. He is a local sports aficionado. And Rich is going to start taking over more of the sports area for Morning in the Mountains, which we're really excited about. And I'm going to be moving over into the entertainment.
There was no knife in the back at all.
No, right? This was a very exciting opportunity for us to grow because the show is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're very excited about that. And your specialty is sports, and especially area sports, talking about things in the Smoky Mountains.
I think his specialty is actually nuclear submarines, but he likes sports on the
Well, he loves sports. I
Yes.
mean, you ride a sports journey, do some sports.
I'm
right?
teasing, but you did work on a nuclear sub, right?
It was a nuclear aircraft carrier.
So close. I missed it by a couple several thousand feet.
You're a Navy guy.
Yes.
My dad was a Navy guy, and
Awesome.
he was on an aircraft carrier in the Korean War. So that's something that we
Which
have in
carrier
common.
do you know?
It was the Kula Gulf, the Salerno Bay, and I know there was three of them, but I can't remember the third one.
Because my dad was on the Coral Sea and the Midway at that time frame.
I'll have to see what that third one is, because I'm trying to find some models of those particular ships to give those to my dad.
Oh, that would be cool.
I would. It's been a long search for sure, and I haven't found anything yet. So we'll keep looking. Anyway, back to sports.
Sports?
There's a place actually in Sevier County, that knife store. I went there, and they have all sorts of, down in the basement, the relic room, a lot of military artifacts. So I know we're talking about sports, but you might want to go there if you're into hunting. You probably go to the knife store anyway.
Yeah.
And it said on the sign it was the world's largest knife store. I did not see the world's largest knife anywhere. I looked high and low, and they all seem like to be regular-sized knives.
They do have some big ones, but I think it's more the size of the store than the size of the knife.
Oh.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have that Rambo knife. Remember when Rambo came out? They sold more Rambo knives than anything.
Oh, yeah?
And it was crazy. Yeah. The stock went ballistic.
Well, I was looking for dinosaur bones, and they had those, too. So
it's always fun what you can find in cool little sporting stores around the Smoky Mountains. I mean, you can find anything here. Anyway.
All right. Well, speaking of sports, anything else? I mean, it's Tuesday's kind of a
Tuesday
lull.
is there's a lull in the schedule because we're not really ready for football yet. That's going to be later in the week.
But they're practicing.
Practicing. They're getting ready for their games.
They're doing their drills.
Yep. And probably the premier matchup for next week is going to be Sevier County and Halls.
And that's Friday night. Where?
Friday night. That's going to be at Sevier County.
Okay.
It's a district game. Sevier County's pretty much out of the playoff picture.
These are the Smoky Bears.
This is the Smoky Bears. The Sevier County Smoky Bears.
Yeah.
And that's Smoky with an O-E.
Yes.
Smoky the Bear has an E.
Oh.
So it can get confusing.
So like as in Smoky Mountains is S-O-M-K-Y.
Exactly.
Smoky Bear is S-O-S-M-O-K-E-Y. Right.
Sports
Bear.
and spelling at the same time.
How about that? That's like my Scholars Bowl. It's an academic competition, and we do spelling.
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
And the Smoky Bears are on the show. That's how you wonder, Jim, all this whole time we've been on Morning in the Mountains, Jimmy looks at me every time I'm able to rattle off, oh yeah, that's the Gatlinburg-Pittman Highlanders. Oh yes, of course, that's the Pigeon Forge. Now, of course, I can't remember, but I think they're
Tigers.
Yes, Tigers. But whatever, some of these ones I just know. And he's like, how do you know that? Well, I get to see all the mathletes.
Mathletes, I like that. Those guys are smart.
Anyhow. All right. Well, thank you, Rich Haley. We'll have more
Absolutely.
coming up each day this week as we get closer and closer to Friday Night Football. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy with Jim Johnson and Rich Haley. It is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy with Brad Lovett, Jim Johnson, Robert Owenby, and we made it through the 22th of October.
The 22th.
I know that.
Okay, we did. We made it.
I saw, where did I see this? Somewhere on a sign or on a printed thing, the 21th.
21.
It was yesterday. For yesterday. They put 21 TH. I'm like, how is that even remotely possible? The 21th. No. Today it's
I have no idea.
21st, 22nd, but it is 22 for Tuesday in Rocktober. So thanks a lot for watching and enjoying our stories about the Appalachian Trail. We've got more stuff coming up each and every weekday. 9 o'clock is the streaming live on Facebook. You can also watch archived episodes on Roku and YouTube. What are any previews for Wednesday? What do you got for us?
Well, we've got some great things for us. We're going to talk a little bit more about the weekend.
Good.
Because it's the weekend
That's
before
right.
Halloween coming
it's weekend
up here.
Eve coming up tomorrow, so we'll talk about that.
And also some scary critters to watch out for.
All right, cool. That's a little preview of tomorrow's show. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you soon.